So many people ask me, so really what is EBLI? What actually is EBLI? And our logo and our, the initials stand for evidence-based literacy instruction, but what does that mean? And what that means is basically EBLI is based on what the research shows you need to do to teach anybody how to read. All right, there's been research for about 30 years that has said if you do this, somebody will read, okay? And if you don't, they very likely may not. So the research has been around, and it's good double-blind research, which means there's a control group that didn't get the instruction and one that did, and everything else was pretty much the same. And so you can tell that these things that you did worked really, really well. And some of the pioneer research really on reading was done by Pat Lindemood back in the 60s, 70s. And what she found out is that in order for you to really be the best reader that you can be and to understand what you're reading, you have to have what she called, and it's been termed, and most people know now, phonemic awareness skills. And this means the ability to pull sounds apart. Okay, if I say the sounds in my name, all right, Nora, people call me Nora. But if I were to say each sound, n, o, with a second in between, that's segmenting. 100% correlation in some research articles, other ones it says high correlation, to comprehension, understanding what you read. So it's also huge because ours is an alphabetic system and we match the sounds that come out of our mouths to the symbols in print that represent them. So you have to be able to segment. Blending is really all reading is. Blending is reading, putting all your sounds together to make a word. So if I told you the sounds O, N, and you put them together, that's phone. Now we don't stop and say all those sounds when we read, we become automatic with it, but as you're at the sensory motor level learning to read, whether you're 80 or 5, that's the skill that you need to have to make it become automatic so that you can do it, free up your brain, and understand. So really it's amazing that anybody can read. There's a lot of brain processes that have to go on in order for you to be able to learn how to read. The other skill is phoneme manipulation. All right, and we really do what we call phoneme deletion. We remove a sound and then put another one in. Phoneme manipulation means either adding a sound, removing a sound, or switching a sound around. So for example, my hometown OWOSSO, all right, that letter O, there's 6, 7, 8 different sounds that can go with it. So it could be OWOSSO or OWOSSO or AWASA. We could probably have 150 different ways to say OWOSSO. So if I call it, let's say, OWOSSO, I have to pull out that oo sound at the end and push in the O sound. So we need to have this skill to deal with this very complex situation that is our English alphabetic code and all that we do with it. So we need to have those phonemic awareness skills, and there's research that shows that is necessary. And many people have heard of No Child Left Behind, which was back in the 2000 to 2008, and Reading First, where they were doing all this reading instruction. There's a huge book, and I could show it to you actually. It's called the National Reading Panel Report. It's a nice lime green color, very thick, and it shows in there exactly what the research tells you need to do to teach somebody how to teach reading, okay? And it's what the Reading First and the No Child Left Behind reading piece was based on, okay? That's the good news. The bad news was that really nobody much had taught that way and didn't know how to teach that way. So the theory of the research, which was phenomenal, and double-blind studies, and they looked at all the research that had been out there, and only research that was really reliable and replicable was taken. It was exactly, almost really what we do, as a matter of fact. But very few teachers had been taught how to teach that way. And so the transfer, the bridge, I should say, from the theory to the practice with teachers with kids in the classroom really never happened. So instead of getting from 31% proficient to 95, we didn't, and here's our little kitty cat. This is Domino. Hi, Domino. Big Domino. So we did not get to where we needed to be, anywhere near. We were still in the 30s, actually, as far as number of kids proficient with reading. And that was after a whole lot of years and billions of dollars. So with us, with EBLI, and its uniqueness is that we provide that bridge to have teachers not just know the theory, but show them how to use it in practice and how to be diagnostic and prescriptive. Domino, don't be breaking stuff. Diagnostic and prescriptive in your classroom with all your students and differentiate your instruction too. So, so really, EBLI is the evidence of what the research shows that needs to happen. It's what we teach our kids in our reading centers, kind of like our learning lab. So we're teaching kids and adults here, and if we read something in the research and we can't replicate it and it doesn't make our instruction more effective and efficient, we don't do it, and we don't teach teachers how to do it. But teachers have told us by the thousands, we've taught thousands of teachers, that I really never knew how to teach reading. I've known a lot about reading, but until I came to EBLI training, I really didn't know how to teach reading. And this has been from teachers, veteran teachers who have taught over 40 years, new teachers who have their master's degree, all kinds of teachers, from preschool teachers to first grade teachers to high school teachers. So our goal is to make their life easier, make their kids' life easier by basing what the evidence says, teaching them what the evidence says and helping them to infuse it into their instruction with their students so that the students can benefit. And obviously the teachers benefit and well, society benefits too. So EBLI means it's based on what has been proven by research to work, and that's what we're going to teach you.
Got that right.
Domino, where?